Well, yeah, and I guess welcome everybody. It's great to have everybody here, and we're really looking forward to. Is it Lowry? Is that how you say his first name?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
correct, Laurie.
What he's about to offer us and share with us is a really unique way of grounding ourselves and really a new approach and a really catchy way to put your mindset in a different, more relaxed place. So really looking forward to that, and we're glad there's so many people showing up, and we know there'll be more that will watch after this is done. So without further ado.
Yeah, we thought it would be a great idea, as we are now have created this group, not just for children, but also for parents, and how can they introduce different mindfulness tools to a daily routine, or use our peer-to-peer training. We can also introduce other modalities to parents, and then they can do it with their children. I think it was last year in the summer, maybe, I did an interview with Lowry, and he just has these crystal singing bowls that he uses to make sound baths. And I mean, it already sounds so, relaxing, right? Oh, I can just be bathed in sound. And hey, Aparna, thanks for joining us. And so it was like, yeah, we should do that and just come up with not just our regular meetings, but also do some special editions. And if we like it and everybody shows up, we can probably ask Laurie to come back and do some more sound baths with us. And yeah, so the structure, I guess, I will hand it over to Laurie in a little bit, so he can explain how he came about using the singing bowls and what he produces with that. And then if you guys have any questions, we would want to answer them after he has introduced everything, so that we can go into the sound bath and finish out being really calm and relaxed and end the call like that. So I guess now I put it over to you, Laurie. Okay,
hello,
here we go.
Hi, everybody. I'm really honored and grateful to be here. My name is Laurie. I'm in Estonia right now, so that's in North Europe. And I'm really grateful to be part of this community and to be invited to co-host this meeting. So I've been doing sound healing for the past 5-6 years, and I had classical mechanical engineering education. I was studying computer and mechanical engineering, and afterwards I was working in high-tech companies for 15 years. And as you know, it's very intellectual, like lots of thoughts and like planning and thinking. And by 2015, I became extremely depressed and frustrated. I just didn't understand what's the purpose of my life and why does this world exist and what's happening. So I had some savings and I decided to take some time off. And back then I had a visa, so I decided to buy a one-way ticket to California. So, and actually the next 2 years I spent just traveling, and mostly in California, but also Hawaii and Colorado and Arizona. And went to thousands of retreats and festivals and workshops, and eventually came across with the singing bowls and started playing them just for myself. And I noticed how relaxing they are. And like before, I tried everything, meditation and mindfulness and even yoga and tantra and like all different modalities, and my mind was just like a buzzing engine, like it just couldn't stop. And even with music, I listened to pop music and classical music, and it seemed to stimulate me even more. Like after the music, I was even more anxious and like tried to execute and plan and do stuff. But the singing bowls had a totally different effect on me. After 10-15 minutes of listening and playing, I noticed a totally different state of mind, like completely different state. And then I met a couple of teachers in Oregon and Washington State, and I started practicing and really learning what does it mean to be like a sound healer and to do sessions. And eventually I was invited to play at retreats and festivals and conferences in Europe and US and Canada. And yeah, that's what happened. And another thing what I would like to share is that like lots of teachers are talking about chakras and like different like nervous system and brain waves and things, but eventually what I believe, that's what the non-duality teaching also says, that we have this perception, like we are perceiving the world, like everything is awareness. We are aware of everything. You're listening to my voice and you're seeing this picture. So everything like gathers into this single point, like single point of attention, which is the consciousness behind everything. We are perceiving everything from a single dot. It's almost like everything gathers like in the single centerpiece, center point. And what I believe the sound does is it centers us back into this single point. Before we have so many different ideas and thoughts and subconscious and like so many different layers, like planning and in the past and future, and it can be very like disruptive and not calm at all. And then the sound entrains our whole body and energy field so that we become centered again. And it's very healing. So people have noticed much better sleep after the session, and they're more productive and more creative, and there's no fear, of course. It just wipes out the fear completely, and it's really, really powerful. So yeah, instead of focusing on chakras and different like body parts, I suggest people to just notice the sound, just to listen to it and allow the waves to just flow through, and notice how it purifies. It just purifies you so that you become centered again, and notice from that center point, from the centeredness, the whole world is around you like a sphere. So that's been my experience.